Now the 4-10s meditation, we're relaxing those 4 key areas: the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders and the hands. And you do it on out breaths. When the body is breathing out, it's in relaxation mode. So when we relax, what we do is release the tension on the out breath. You breathe in normally and you just release the tension in your out breath. And we concentrate on these 4 areas, one after the other, starting with the eyes, then the jaw, then the shoulders, then the hands. So now when you're new to relaxation techniques, it takes a while for you to be able to relax, because we literally don't have the physiological connection. We can't feel it, and it's very difficult to say, relax your eyes, you know. So if I say to you, for example, relax your foreheads, I know that very likely nobody will actually be able to do that. Yeah. It's an important part of your body. You keep a lot of stress there. Just look at people's furrowed brows when they're stressed out. So bit by bit, it's a thing called incremental relaxation. Bit by bit, we relax the body, and bit by bit, we learn to relax the body. So those are the 2 increments. Increment number 1 is relaxing the eyes a tiny little bit more on each out breath. Increment number 2 is each time we do the meditation, we get better at relaxing. It's going to take 6 weeks to 2 months for you to really get a sense that you're relaxing from a standing start. If you've meditated for a long time or done relaxation techniques or something similar, you might find it easier, but it tends to be that long. So what I'll do is I'll guide you through it, and I'll arm you with some physiological hacks. These are things that you can do that assist you to relax, because in the early stages especially, you do a practice like this and there's the feeling that actually nothing much is happening. So what we want to be able to do to start off is to relax the eyes, and I need to clarify there's 2 or 3 things that you can do to help. If you sit comfortably, if you're sitting to meditate, ideally feet on the floor, elbows by the side. That helps to straighten your back if your elbows are by your side. You can be leaning back on the back of the chair, or you can be sitting up. It doesn't make any difference. The important thing is that your back's reasonably straight and that your elbows are by the side. That straightens up your shoulders and it tends to lift your chin a little bit. And then you're looking for the most comfortable place to balance your head on top of the spine. When you find that most comfortable place, the most comfortable place is the place where there are least muscles in play. And the muscles around the neck also operate on the muscles on the face, so it's releasing some of the tension in the face. The next thing you can do is if you place your tongue between your teeth and try to tighten your jaw muscles. You'll notice you can't do it. So stop doing that. You don't want to learn it. It's there to stop you biting your tongue. So it's a physiological response to the tongue being between the teeth is to relax the jaw. By relaxing the jaw, you're relaxing muscles around the cheeks to the side of the eyes. So you notice we're getting closer and closer to relaxing the eyes. If you take the palm of your hand and you put it very, very close to your forehead without actually contacting the forehead, there's a little tingling and warmth. And so then when you put your hand back down on your thigh, relax it on your thigh, notice that you're aware of your forehead. You can do the same thing by placing the heel of your hand very close to the ridge of bone between the eyes, so that the heel of your hand is just in contact with your eyebrows. And you've got the same thing there. You're now aware of the sensations there. During the relaxation meditation, it's best to place your tongue up against the back of your top teeth, leaving it in contact with the sharp part of the bottom teeth. You get the benefit of relaxing the jaw, and to have your elbows by the side and the head balanced comfortably on top of the spine. And then that takes a lot of the muscles around the neck, back and sides of the neck and the jaw out of play. And then the thing to do is to release the tension in your eyes, in your mind, each time you breathe out. So you're breathing in normally, breathing out, releasing the tension in your eyes. And it starts at the forehead, eyebrows, eyes and cheeks. Breathing in normally, breathing out. It's as if somebody's stroking their fingers down from the forehead over the eyebrows, the eyes and cheeks. On each out breath. And when you do this at home, you count the out breaths and you repeat it for 10 out breaths. This is the first of the 4 tens. Breathing in normally, breathing out, relaxing the area all around the eyes. Okay, and so then breathing in normally, tongue still up against the sharp part of the bottom teeth, breathing out, releasing the tension from the mouth and lips, jaw and throat. And same as with the eyes, you're relaxing the mouth and lips, jaw and throat, all on the out breath. Just letting the tightness, tension, pressure and stress, just let it dissolve away. If you place the tips of your thumb and forefinger in contact very, very lightly, and at this stage what we do is perform what I call a check-in. So checking in is noticing what tension there is in your body and noticing if your posture's correct. It's a useful habit to get into. You find yourself doing it in the day. And then breathing in normally, breathing out, relaxing the back and sides of the neck and the shoulders. Again, releasing the tension, tongue still up against the sharp part of the bottom teeth. Finger and thumb very gently in contact, so gently that you could slide a cigarette paper between them. And then what you do is you count 10 out breaths and release tension from the back and sides of the neck and the shoulders. And again, breathing in normally, breathing out, move your attention to your hands and just release whatever tension there is in your hands. Just letting it drift out of your hands. Breath's acting like a pump. It's pumping out the tension and tightness, pressure and stress. Again, counting for 10 out breaths. And then whenever you're ready, breathing in, noticing what you can smell and taste, and in your very own time, gently return your attention to your surroundings. What that does, it's a mindfulness meditation, it's connecting you to your physiology, and it's helping you to learn how to relax, which switches off your stress. Mindfulness meditation is any meditation where you're focused on something, your mind wanders, and you return your attention to what you're focusing on. Doesn't matter what it is. And the reason we're practicing that is to notice that our mind's wandered. Each time you notice your mind has wandered, it's a thing called the moment of recognition. If you were in a gym, that would be another repetition of the barbell lift. Or if you're a runner, that would be another lap of the track. Each time you notice your mind's wandered. So to do that, your mind has to wander. And that's the opposite of what people believe when they start meditating. They're taught a meditation and they tend to believe that the goal is to stay focused on whatever it is they're focusing on, and that each time the mind wanders, it's a failure. That's not the case. Each time the mind wanders, it's a success. Each time you notice the mind's wandered, it's a success. So it's a mindfulness meditation. You're reconnecting with your physiology, which is the most useful thing in the world. And the reason for that is when you can feel all of your emotions and you're open to them all, and there are various studies, very reliable studies, that teach us that a thing called interoception, which is connection to our physiology, helps to make us resilient, and the most resilient people in the world are totally in connection with their physiology. That's a real benefit. The other thing that is a real benefit is this, is you'll get to the point where you'll encounter somebody and you'll notice an emotion, and it's not one that you would have expected, and then you'll figure out it's theirs. And what's happening then is you're empathizing. So for those of us who are empathic anyway, that's fine, but everyone's on a spectrum of being able to feel other people's emotions, and moving up it is better because it's better to communicate. Because people don't necessarily tell you how they feel. Often they don't know themselves. So it gives you a massive advantage in communication. So that's mindfulness, that's connection, and relaxation. You're either stressed or you're relaxed. You've never been angry and relaxed, ever. When somebody's angry, their friends tell them to relax. We know that relaxation moves us out of stress. And you'll learn there's a switch, and that switch is being able to relax or breathe. We'll do that in a minute. And you're learning how to use that switch. And how do you learn to use the switch? To turn it on and off, on and off, on and off, until you know exactly where it is, and you just reach out for it without thinking, click. I'm now moving into relaxation mode. I'm not going to be wound up. So you're able to intervene in your stress. Incredibly powerful thing. How do you get it into your day? Doesn't really matter. You can pick a time. It takes 4 minutes. I'm going to suggest that it would be more useful for you to do it in the morning. But the reason it doesn't matter is this: you get to the end of the day and you think, I haven't done my 4-minute, 4-10s relaxation meditation. There you are, you're in bed. I haven't done it. Do it. So it's the ultimate meditation. The new way. We have so little time, we have to meditate in bed. So it's called meditation. And rather than looking at that as, oh, that's a shame, my meditation practice isn't working, look at it as a way of building it and maintaining it. And as well as that, it helps you get to sleep. And you can repeat it. So let's say you're using it as an aid to sleep. You get into bed, you start off counting, you get to 10, relax eyes for 10 out breaths, jaw. You lose count, just go back to the eyes. You just keep doing that. And it doesn't matter if you go to sleep, because it's so good at relaxing you that your physiology gets an immense amount of benefit. So you can say to yourself out, I'm not going to sleep, doesn't matter, I'll just do this. And you know what happens when you no longer try to get to sleep? You go to sleep. But it has to be real. There has to be a real benefit to the thing you're doing instead of sleep, because you can't fool your mind. You can't say to yourself, right, I'll tell the mind that I don't care about going to sleep and then I'll go to sleep. No, it doesn't work like that. You actually have to have a valid alternative. And a relaxation meditation is an alternative. So if you're one of these people, you try to get to sleep, try to get sleep, try to get sleep, mind gets busier and busier and busier. Intervene in it, do the 4-10s meditation. If you wake up in the night, one of these people wakes up in the night, you might be up for an hour or two. It's perfectly natural. We're not designed to sleep for 8 hours. Human beings are designed to sleep for 2 hours at a time, whenever we're tired. This is all about our economy. And so if you're one of the people that wake up in the middle of the night and you think, oh, I'm going to be awake for the next 2 hours, use it to meditate. There's a useful thing that you can do. And you're utilising that time. And you're relaxing your body. And of course, if you drift off, then you drift off. And if you don't, you don't. So that's the 4-10s meditation.